Hello, everybody, and welcome to HEX the Kryptosparbuch show. We have a really exciting stream for you guys today. As you've seen in the title, the Pulsechain is coming out soon, and there are so many things that you have to do before the Pulsechain is coming out. And we will talk about everything in this stream. So, hi, Patrick, how is it going?
Hello, Ellen. Yes, everything nice from my side. Pretty exciting times we'll live in. Crypto bull run is running. Everything is in the green. A lot of new news in regards to the Pulsechain we are covering today. So yeah, then I would say let's just start with the news we are going to go over today. No.
What you see here is a list we got from the Telegram chat, from the Pulse Telegram chat. And what you see here is just a thought experiment and everything that Richard Hart wants us to know about Pulsechain right now. We will go over that. But before we do that, maybe we can think about some certain things that you really have to do right now. Right now, you have to watch streams like ours, or maybe like Disco Syndicate, to get all the informations about Pulsechain. What is also really important is to like the stream. If you haven't done so, do that right now. So you have to get all the information because you need to play this right. You cannot sleep and let things happen and in 1 year come back to your HEX stakes like you used to. Then everything will be done. So it's really important that you get all the informations right now. So let's start with this. What we see here is not finished at all. It's just a thought experiment. It's all the goals that Pulsechain wants to fulfill in the future. So the first thing is Pulsechain increases the value and it lowers the ETH fees by sharing its loss. A lot of people say Pulse will kill Ethereum, but actually it's the other way around, right, Patrick?
Yes, so we are not aiming to be the Ethereum killer. We are aiming to help the Ethereum network actually, because if we move to our own chain and if we don't do an empty fork, we will explain what a not empty fork or like a full fork means a bit later. But what it means, it lowers the volume of total transactions on the Ethereum network, which also lowers the Ethereum fees because the load, so the daily volume, the daily load of transaction gets shared over a new blockchain as well, and that's why it increases the value of ETH, because ETH will get more affordable if there are less transactions per day.
So another goal of Pulsechain is it enriches ETH users, re-enables price out of use cases. Instead of launching empty, like you said, bringing the ETH system state and ERC20s, this rewards holders and founders of the Ethereum-based projects.
Exactly. So what Richard already mentioned as well is that he won't fork all the system states. So some scam or bad contracts he will exclude. He will also include some whales, but he will fork like the whole system state. So not only an empty Ethereum fork, so he will fork all the ERC20 tokens to the Pulsechain, which means that this re-enable priced out use cases, which means that all the smart contracts which are unusable right now because of the Ethereum fee structure will be usable again, because with the Pulsechain we are reducing the fees on the Ethereum blockchain by at least 99%.
Awesome. So another goal is to enrich ERC20s and NFT users. The largest airdrop in history. Thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFTs received their free Pulsechain version. So everybody is getting Pulse. You just have to hold your ERC20, right? But hold it on your own ledger, hold your own keys, not on an exchange. That's really important.
Exactly, yeah. So what it means is that you need to be in the possession of your own keys. and that like with the free claim of HEX, multi-sig wallets were excluded, exchanges were excluded, we had a whale penalty, so it's pretty likely that something like this will exist in the Pulsechain fork as well. And yes, it will be the largest airdrop in history, because as said here, thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFTs will receive their free Pulsechain versions. And yeah, go on, Ellen.
Well, we have a new gold rush, a new value discovery of thousands of tokens and NFTs on Pulsechain. If you always wanted to be a whale in a certain ERC20 or NFT, maybe now you can be. So just like a gold rush, it will be a crazy, crazy time where every pair will find its own value on the Pulsechain. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so what that means is that if you're a founder of a other ERC20 token, which is also wrecked by the Ethereum fees, you have the opportunity to create a new pool of liquidity on the Pulsechain and enable all the users of your specific ERC20 tokens to use it again, or to make it useful again without all those fees.
So crypto is really complicated, but this is actually easy to use. Your MetaMask wallet just works. Change a single setting to access Pulsechain. ETH holders can transact for free with freemium Pulse.
Exactly. So here you also see like the word freemium. Some ETH holders as well as HEX Stakers a freemium of Pulse, so without any problems. So without doing anything, like just freemium airdrop, like you also saw it with Matic. So when you moved the first dollar on the Matic network, you immediately got some of their native token as well to be able to perform the first, I don't know, like 100 transactions. And this will be the same thing with the Pulsechain as well. And most of you guys know like how to use the MetaMask. It will also be possible to have your hardware wallet connected with your MetaMask. You just change some settings in your MetaMask and change from the Ethereum mainnet to the new Pulse mainnet when it's out. And yeah, then you have everything you are used to have on the Pulsechain.
And then other step, how everything will work: lower Pulsechain fees and serve more users, increase throughput 4x using 3-second blocks. How many blocks do we have in Ethereum?
Yes. That means, so in Ethereum we have 13-second blocks, and by reducing the block times to 3 seconds, it's 4x. It's a 4x increase of throughput. So a lot more transaction can go through the Pulsechain before it gets crowded.
Another point is removing pollution. Replace proof of work miners with proof of stake validators.
Yeah, that means that we don't pollute the environment, because we go to our own blockchain, which is a pure proof of stake blockchain, which only needs some validators. Excuse me. Which only needs some validators who have like 100% uptime, so like 100% internet connection with low use of energy, not much hardware needed. So there is yeah, a lot less things which pollute the environment, because you have to imagine with a proof of work system, miners always need to buy space, buy hardware, buy electricity, and yeah, mostly they sell the coins they receive.
And if you know HEX, then you know Pulsechain will also have an awesome game theory, like improved game theory, 0% inflation, validators only earn fees, and 25% of the fees are burned.
Exactly. So as it looks like here is that the new Pulse native token will be a really deflationary currency with a 0% inflation, but a fee burning function. So what Richard said in the last stream was that he is thinking about a 10,000 x ratio. So if you take all Ethereum in existence, which is like 150 million or something like that, and times it by 10,000, you're at 1.5 trillion coins. And like something between 1 and 1.5 trillion might be the total supply from the beginning, the set supply. We'll talk about like how to distribute this supply in a minute, but like this set supply, and from there on it will be a only and always decreasing supply as long as there are people transacting on the Pulse chain. Because if you make a transaction and you pay like 1 Pulse, then 0.25 Pulse are forever burned and reducing the total supply.
So empower Pulsechain holders. Pulsechain native token Pulse can be staked and delegated to validators that reward the delegators with the largest percentage of fees. So you don't stake like HEX by yourself, you delegate it to a validator, right?
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, one question from the chat. So best to have all your ERC20s we may have into the MetaMask wallet. Yes, 100% yes. So it doesn't need to be like the MetaMask wallet, but it needs to be your own wallet. I would prefer to use a hardware wallet, a Ledger or a Tracer. If you're on the cell phone, you can use SafePol as well. Better is a Trezor or a Ledger, because with those two hardware wallets, it's you can also work with MetaMask, so with a MetaMask connection, and with the MetaMask connection, you can change networks and so on and so forth. But yes, it is the best thing that you move all the funds you have on centralized exchanges to your own possession, into your own wallet with only your own private key, where nobody else has access to it, where you are your own bank. And those ERC20s or those tokens will be copied as well. Yeah.
And maybe as we speak about copying tokens, somebody else asked, wait, let me see. Thanks. May I have missed the answer at the earlier stream we did before? Some guys think the fork will double their bags. They have 1 million HEX. Will they have now 2 million HEX? Can I imagine? I can't imagine. So what can you say about the copying of all the...
Yeah, if you now have 1 million HEX on the Ethereum blockchain, you will have 1 million HEX on the Ethereum blockchain and 1 million HEX on the Pulse blockchain after the fork. If you have like double the US dollar amount, is to be decided from the free market. So the Pulse HEX price is to be decided by buyers and sellers on the free market on the Pulse blockchain exchange, and the HEX price on the Ethereum blockchain is like right now as well, to be decided on Uniswap or on HitBTC. And yes, so you will have 2 million HEX, but both prices will have their own price discovery.
And something really interesting from SigHex as well. He says Richard stated on the stream that he only wants users of the Pulse chain to get rewarded. So inactive addresses will lose their tokens in 30 days. And we will talk about that later as well. But as it seems right now, if you don't use your funds, if you don't move them after the 30 days sacrifice periods, they will get diluted, I think, right?
Yes, but so it is still to be decided. But what Richard also said, like Pulse, you will be able to stake as well, that you can earn a part of the fees. So it's a zero inflation coin, so there is no game theory like with HEX. It won't be any penalties, so it's like staking, like with USDC as well, or DAI, that you can unstake whenever you want to. But I guess once you're staked and you're part of a validator, not you are a validator, so you are part of it. You put it your stake to the power of a validator. Then you should be fine. I guess then you will be fine. Yeah, but because I don't know if you can. I don't know if it's a good reason, to program something into a coin. If you did not perform a transaction within 30 days, you lose all your funds. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it may be something that you need to claim your pools or something like that after the end of the launch phase. And like this, that inactive addresses will lose their tokens in 30 days. But in general, I guess it's a pretty stupid idea.
Let's talk about the state of the Pulse chain. We now see that the Pulse chain has a private testnet up and running, mining 3-second blocks. The next step are to add the Ethereum system and state and validator rotation code. So
Yeah.
we know that Richard Hart is like in front of his time schedule, but it's really awesome, I think.
Yes, I mean, he says he's in front of his time schedule. He also says that he is always wrong when it comes to make a date in the releasing of new software. Let's have a look. Yeah, so some people think that we will start in within this month. Other people say in few months. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that we will start within the next few months, or at least in this year. And what I'm also sure about is that Richard will announce it at least 2 weeks before.
So the next point is the interoperability, the bridging. The ETH can be traded on the Pulse chain network and Pulse can be traded on the Ethereum network. Bridging can also be done to other smart contracts capable networks. ETH on Pulse chain, you can send ETH to the Pulse chain bridge contract on ETH, which locks it and issues PETH, Pulse ETH on Pulse chain 1-to-1. And this goes just as the other way around as well. So what does that bridging mean, Patrick?
So bridging just means that you can move your funds on a decentralized way from one blockchain to another, and that you can use your funds on several blockchains. And to do that, you always need a so-called bridging contract, which holds the ETH you send it, gives you ETH on the specific blockchain. There you can do what you want with it, only you have access to it. And if you want to go back, you just go over this holding address and you go back to the Ethereum mainnet. And yeah, as you can see here, so there will be a Pulse pair on the Ethereum Uniswap mainnet, and there will be a Pulse ETH Pulse pair on the Pulse network. So on the copy of Uniswap, which we are going to use on the Pulse mainnet.
So the next point is the trading, and this is why the bridging is really important. So you can change.
Yeah, I mean,
your
it's
ETH to PULS and the other way
it's
around.
just a summary here. So it's just a summary what I meant right now. So after the fork, you will have liquidity pairs on Uniswap, and you have the liquidity pairs on the Pulsechain, and there you can there the price discovery will start.
So let's look at
of the Ethereum Pulse tokens, of the HEX Pulse tokens, and of the Pulse token itself.
So as you see here, the trading thousands of ERC20 tokens on Pulsechain can be traded on Pulsechain's Uniswap and similar at launch, since Ethereum state is included. There will be an ePulse Ethereum pair and Uniswap and the Ethereum network, and also the other way around. So you can always trade them for each other. And we have a question here in the chat asking, will current HEX stakes receive Pulse HEX as liquid Pulse HEX or staked HEX?
So currently, liquid HEX will be liquid HEX on the Pulse chain. Currently, staked HEX will be staked HEX on the Pulse chain. The status of the HEX smart contract will not change at all. It will just be copy pasted on the Pulse chain, and then we have both chain running separately from each other with separate price discovery and with separate overall network status. Because, for example, what problem do we have now on the Ethereum blockchain? The main problem we have are the fees, and therefore a lot of stakers are unable to end stake their stakes, or not unable, but it's not worth it because it costs more in Ethereum as the stake is worth in HEX. After the fork, the first thing we will see here on the Pulse chain is a lot of end stakes of bleeding out stakes because it will be worse again. Yeah. This, and I don't know like how it can work out that we don't see any more staking on the Ethereum blockchain. Then the HEX share rate will increase faster on the Ethereum HEX as on the Pulse HEX, because on the Pulse HEX there might be like the continuation, new stakes are started and so on, and if nothing gets done on the Ethereum blockchain, more and more payout gets to only the stake, to the staker class, which is not growing, so no new stakes on this blockchain, and that's why the daily payout per T-share might be more here, and we have a faster rising share price than on the Pulse chain, on the Pulse HEX chain, on the HEX Pulse chain.
So let's now talk about the next thing that we also find on the Telegram Pulse chain chat. It's just a thought experiment, so nothing what you see here is actually really done. It's just in work progress, right? So this thought experiment, these are just ideas for you guys to talk about. Have no expectation of the work of others. Get your ideas out there like now. So what it says
exactly,
is,
and it's like to start it off, like you need to know when you start a new currency, like the native token of the Pulse chain called Pulse will be. You need to think about like how you're going to distribute this. So with HEX, we had like the 350-day distribution phase, and here Richard is only thinking about a 30-day, not so long, and he's thinking about fixed total supply and about the right game theory of a 30-day launch period. And what he came up with was a 30-day sacrifice period where you can sacrifice different cryptocurrencies to different sacrifice addresses. And depending like which day and how much, and like depending some mathematic functions, you will get part of the total supply of the Pulse tokens.
So let's talk about the next section here, which is freemium coins removed, deducted after 30 days. We talked about that as well. So it seems like the freemium you get will be deducted after 30 days if you don't move them, for example, or if you don't stake
Exactly.
them.
So even if you don't sacrifice any coins, there will be a freemium as well. So like just free coins, like when we made our Matic mainnet video, there it was the same. You switch a button in your MetaMask wallet, you are on the new network, and if you move funds on this network, you immediately get a fraction of this native token to be able to transact on this network. And here as well, I don't know like how it will work out, but I guess all the HEX stakers and maybe the Ethereum holders as well will get some free Pulse coins, but they can only claim their free Pulse coins in within a certain period of time, and after 30 days after this time window, you don't get any more free claim coins. It's like the same what we had with HEX, where when you had Bitcoin before the start of HEX, you can get free HEX as well, just by holding Bitcoin before. But this amount reduced over the launch phase, and right now, after 1.5 years, you cannot get any new free claim.
And the next here comes together with the next question actually really nicely. ERC20 tokens don't need freemium pools as they already get a copy of their HEX. Because the question in the
of
chat
their
is...
ERC20, not of their HEX.
Of the ERC20, sorry. Because the question is, wait, give me a second, where have I seen it? Will sacrificing one HEX during the sacrifice period get us one Pulse HEX, or will it get us additional P HEX?
So when you have 1 million HEX right now, and you want to have 1 million HEX on the Pulse chain as well, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, just wait for the fork to be done, and you get a copy. So you will have the same HEX portfolio what you have right now on the Pulse chain as well, without doing anything. Yeah. But if you want to have something or some Pulse tokens, so some of the native token on this blockchain, you might need to claim your free in the first 30 days without any sacrificing. Just claim your free Pulse to be able to transact afterwards. And the other option you have with Pulse is this sacrifice period. But here we are not talking about HEX, not at all. We are just talking about coins you can sacrifice. And the more you sacrifice, and the better the day you got in is, the more polls you have. So I can't say like the metrics right now, because Richard mentioned a lot of mathematics in the last stream, but haven't decided finally how the game theory of this 30-day launch phase will turn out mathematically.
And it will all be allocated by USD value at the fork, and whales will get removed. Because I see a lot of people asking, why should I sacrifice my HEX? Why shouldn't I just use my Ethereum to sacrifice? And this comes with this together, because the allocation gets done by the USD value. So Patrick, why is it good to sacrifice your HEX instead of your ETH, for example?
So it's not good to sacrifice your HEX, because everything you sacrifice will not be copied, because at first you have the sacrifice phase, and then you have the fork happening, then you have the copy. So if you want to have Pulse coins, then I would recommend to take the funds, the fiat money you want to put into Pulse right now, and put it into HEX first, and use those HEX to sacrifice. The reason behind that is because it will be based on US dollar value, and usually cryptocurrencies tend to go up before certain events happen. So before the fork, there is a high probability that the hex price will go more. So you will get more pulls if you put your, let's say, $1,000 into hex right now and sacrifice those hex afterwards, as to just have your $1,000 and sacrifice those $1,000 once it's possible to do, because usually there is a high chance that we get a higher price towards the event.
So everybody is really excited about this sacrifice phase. We don't know when it will be done, but we know certain things. So let's talk about that. It will be multi-chain
just a little thing as well. If you just want to have more hex after the fork, then you just can go buy hex right now, stake it, and as I said, all the staked hex, all the liquid hex, as soon as the fork happens, will be on the Ethereum blockchain and on the Pulse blockchain as well. And after that, so fork happens, you have hex on both chains. Here you still have your liquidity pools and everything. Here you will get new liquidity pools and everything with the bridging and so on. And then you have price discovery on both chains. So it will be decided by the free market which hex is more valuable. Like the free market decided like which Ethereum is more valuable, the Ethereum Classic or the Ethereum.
So let's now talk about the sacrifice phase. It will be a multi-chain sacrifice phase. We have a list here. This list is not done. Maybe certain coins will get taken out even. So what is really important that every coin will get its own address, and it's really important that you verify these addresses, that they are accurate by checking them all, and if they match across. If they don't all match, don't send. So don't send your BTC to this address if it doesn't match to this information where you got them here. This is really important because, why is this important, Patrick?
Yeah, if you send your cryptocurrencies to a wrong address, you have no chance to ever get it back. And I am sure that as soon as Richard releases a list of addresses, like each coin will have a different address, a different sacrifice address. I guess the list, what you see here, will be shorted, so it won't be so much coins you are able to sacrifice. I don't think so. I guess it will be less. And as soon as he releases the list of addresses, there will be a scammer putting his own addresses and trying to scam Hexicans. Yes, you already know about the sacrifice addresses, so there we go, and everything to him, you know.
So these are 3 points where you can go: pulsechain.com, t.me/pulsechain.com on the pinned message. It's a Telegram chat, and also on the Twitter, pulsechain.com. That's where you find the information about the addresses where you can send your funds. Yeah. But this probably takes
really be
some
aware.
More time.
So if fake Richard Hart can write you on Telegram, if fake Hexican admin can write you on Telegram, only go in the official chat rooms. There are always some admins active in there, and just ask in the general group your questions. You don't need to have a secret chat with somebody else, because you won't be able to make more money on that if you just have like, let's go here on the secret chat, I know it better, I'm the real Richard Hart or something like that. Be careful.
Yeah, this is really, really important. So the sacrifice phase, you have 30 days to send your coins to the sacrifice address. So we already know it will be about 30 days. Maybe it will be different in the future, but for now it's 30 days. So what do we do in those 30 days? The cost of X goes up 4.2% per day, 3.3x on day 30. So it will be less at the end. The cost of
sorry, Alan, to interrupt, but it isn't like a will be or something like that. The only thing which might be true are the 30 days. And then it still needs to be decided like what the mathematics behind those 30-day sacrifice phase will be. And there are like two metrics Richard spoke about. The first metrics would be that every day the pool gets reduced by 4.2%. So like the pool of pools you can get on a certain day, which will lead to a 3.3x loss on the last day. And another metric would be that the cost goes up by 4.2% per million US dollar invested. Both things combined are pretty hard to do. And the second thing with the per million US dollar equivalent is unfair in my point of view, because if you are the first guy who put in 10 million and the next guy is like 2 seconds late, he will get smashed, by 4.2% times 10, just to be 2 seconds late. And Richard also spoke about like to combine those two metrics and maybe to bundle some of the first days, like the first week, the first 3 days, something like that. And yes, but in general, it will be a launch phase where you get more coins if you're act earlier. But it is yet to be announced, like which the mathematics are yet to be announced, and before I don't know that I can make a good decision like how you can play those 30 days. So as of right now, if we say okay, we have the first 7 days like grouped together, then I would say 70% in the first 7 days and 30% on the 8th day. But yes, just some game theory thoughts here from myself.
Just an idea. So after the 30 days period, one day, on day 31 and day 32, the total sacrifice across all chains are measured and credited. And this is really transparent. Anybody can verify the amount going into each sacrifice address in real time on each blockchain. On day 33, the final ranking will be published. So actually,
Exactly.
the word sacrificing is really good. It's really good chosen because you don't know in the beginning how much you get in return, right?
It depends. It depends on the mathematics. So if you just say, okay, each and every day 4.2% less, then you would know it after every 24-hour period, like it was with the adoption amplifier in the HEX launch phase, where you did not know it in the beginning of the day, but in the end of the day you knew like how much pulls you got for the amount you put in, like how much hex you got for the amount of ETH you put in. But yes, so I can't say it because I don't know for sure like which will be the mathematics behind those 30-day launch phase.
So the addresses sacrificed from are now in the address set is now prepared to receive new coins. Your private keys to coins you sacrifice can now be used to access your new coins on supporting blockchains. Pulsechain is currently the only chain we know of using the HEX sacrifice set.
Exactly. So what it means is that at first you need to have your coins you want to sacrifice into your own address, into your own private key possession, and then you just send what you want to the specific address. Please confirm like 3 times that you choose the right address for the right coin, and I still don't know like how it will work out, because if you can sacrifice Bitcoin, then you would need to put in a Ethereum address as well, that you can that you can receive your pulls afterwards.
So the next thing is, we talked about that before as well. 30 days after mainnet launches, all the freemium addresses have the freemium amounts of pools deducted from them. Other game theory is likely to exist. These are just ideas. So Richard Hart doesn't want to have people that don't use the Pulsechain. He wants people to interact. So this is why people get, after those 30 days, get their pools deducted from them if they didn't like use them, stake them, or send them.
Okay, now I understand it, this a bit better, because in the German stream before, somebody said like after 30 days you lose all your. Oh no, it was here as well. Like HEX said that like after 30 days you lose your pulse, but that's not the case. It's only the freemium pulse. So what that means, I'm pretty sure that for HEX Stakes there will be some free pools as well, and I guess for Ethereum holders maybe as well. And they need, so the HEX stakers and so everybody who gets a freemium pulse will need to perform or to get these free coins within the first 30 days. And after 30 days, nobody can, everybody who would be able to claim won't be able to claim any free pools and would need to buy it in the future. So for every Hexicans staker out there, just have an eye on the Pulsechain launch as well, because you will get free pulls and you need to get them within those 30 days of launch phase. So maybe we see something similar to the Hex launch phase, like how much pulls there are per day. Like if more pulls gets free claimed, it is reducing the total amount which is in the pool for the day for the sacrifices. Maybe something like that, but still to be announced. It's speculation from my side.
So the last point we have here, 33 validators burn 25% of the fees. People can delegate their stake to the validators that reward them back the largest percent of fees, zero inflation.
Yes, so the native coin from the Pulse chain called Pulse won't be a coin like Hex, so it will be possible to stake it, but you don't have any game theory around it. You can stake and unstake whenever you want to, and by just staking it, you receive nothing. So you need to stake it and put it towards a validator where you can see upfront like how much this validator is paying out of all the fees he gets. And if you like it, you can just stake your pulse, take it to a certain validator and earn part of the fees. And additionally, with each and every transaction, 25% of the fee involved will be burned. So we have a deflationary coin.
So I have two people here where I want to talk about their statement. Retrostatic says, do we think if we have wrapped ETH and wrapped BTC in our wallet, that these would become copied across as they are ERC20s? So yes?
Yes, maybe yes. Yeah.
Wrapped ETH and wrapped BTC should be copied, yeah.
Exactly, but still, like after the fork, somebody would need to create a liquidity pool on the Pulse chain, and then you have the price discovery of wrapped ETH and wrapped Bitcoin on the Pulse chain as well. But yes, if Richard decides those ERC20s will be copied as well, then they will be there after the fork. But starting like with a unknown value. I don't want to say zero value because it's unknown. And if you're the first guy to put funds into a liquidity pool, you are the guy who choose the price. So I won't say it like it will start like worthless or with zero. So it's the market will decided like new price discovery is happening.
And Starkos says, I don't know what to make out of this. So Patrick, maybe you have an idea. He says addresses ordered by volume size on the ramp, larger sacrifices get the best rate. So yes, if you sacrifice more, you get more. But what does the addresses ordered by volume size mean? You have an idea?
Again, what does what mean?
Addresses ordered by volume size on the ramp. So Starcode, maybe you can...
Ordered. What do you mean with addresses ordered? So like
no
ranked or what?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the ranking maybe, system, like, I guess.
Put your question together a little bit better, because I don't know exactly what you mean, and as it seems Patrick doesn't know as well. So we are done with this list here.
Yeah, I mean,
so Patrick,
but I mean, basically saying yes, if you sacrifice more coins which are worth more US dollars, then you get more pulls, and if you have like a better timing than somebody else, you might also get more, but still to be announced. So I don't know how it will work out, because Richard did not fix the math yet. If he just does it with 30 days and each and every day got I would recommend to go in between day 3 and day 10. If he bundles the first week, I would recommend to do 70% in the first week and 30% on the 8th day. But if he makes like a combination of daily minus and volume minus, then I don't know like which day will be the best. But he's thinking a lot about this game theory functions, and he's trying to make a launch phase as fair as possible. But I'm pretty sure that the last 3 days won't be the best.
Well, we will see. As all the figures are out, we will make then a video about the game plan you can choose for using like the correct amounts of money to put into Pulse, but we don't know that yet. So let's now talk about what you have to do right now before Pulse starts. We just saw the list from the Telegram chat, where we now saw all the effects, how everything is supposed to work in the future. But what are certain things that you can do right now before Pulse started? I said it in the beginning of the stream as well. Like the first thing you should do is get informed about Pulsechain. You should really know how everything works, how you can sacrifice, to which address you're gonna send, how many % will be sent out as freemium and things like this. So you cannot sleep and do nothing. You really need to know about Pulsechain. So something else, we talked about that in the German stream as well. What funds should you sacrifice? And you, Patrick, said it as well. And maybe it's not good to use your existing HEX. Maybe it's better to buy HEX with Ethereum or USDC first, right?
Yeah, the thing is that cryptocurrencies tend to go up towards huge events. So we saw it with HEX towards the big payday, where we had a huge run up in price some days or until 2 weeks before. And here, yes, it will be the same, or it's highly probably, or it's probably that it will be the same, that the HEX price until towards the event is rising, and when the event happens, we get a little bit of a sell-off. So that's the thing what I think will happen. If you also think that this will happen, and you also want to get Pulse tokens, the native tokens, like more than just a small freemium, then you should take the money you want to invest for that right now and put it into HEX and use those HEX to sacrifice, because it's a win-win situation. You pump your HEX portfolio with it, and you can. So if I'm right and the HEX price increases towards the event, you will get more pools for buying HEX now and sacrificing those than to wait with your, let's say, $1,000 and only sacrifice the $1,000 when it's possible. Because, for example, now we are at 2 cents. When you go to 4 cents, so double the price, your HEX you got now for $1,000 is worth $2,000. So you have like a volume or a power of $2,000 you can sacrifice into the Pulsechain. And if you just wait until it's open and then you just take your $1,000, you only have the $1,000. But keep in mind, cryptocurrencies are volatile. I might be wrong as well. And if I'm wrong and over the weeks we have a lower HEX price, then you might do better just with your $1,000.
So Ben Bill says, I'm aping in, this is what I'm doing as well, but I do it as Patrick just described. I'm taking my Ethereum and USDC, my dollar cost average into HEX into the next couple of weeks, and then I will sacrifice those HEX. So another question is, hey, do you know if the ERC20s have to be on MetaMask before the snapshot, or if it's enough to have ERC20 tokens?
I would say you would, I'm not 100% sure Richard will announce it, but I guess you will need to have all your tokens on your own address, on your own private key, not shared private key with the address, or where only the exchange has the private key and you have nothing, only the account details without any memoric phrase. So yes, I'm pretty sure you would need to have your coins in your own wallet, and you don't need to have it in your MetaMask, but on your own wallet. So you can also choose to take a hardware wallet like a Trezor or a Ledger and put it on there, connect this hardware wallet with the MetaMask, then you're safe for HEX because your private key is living on this hardware device. And yeah, then you be safe and you be your own bank and you have everything in your possession, of course. And then the next question is like, how do validators get paid? And short answer, the validators will get paid in fees. So for example, if it costs you 1 pulse to transact, then 0.25 pulse will get burned and 0.75 pulse will get to the validators. And yes, so the validators get paid in the fees from the users. But it's still cool to use pools, because with each and every transaction, 25% of the fee involved will burn pools, which leads to a decreasing supply over time, a decreasing total supply.
I have an interesting thought experiment here. So let's think about the validators, or we call them miners right now in Bitcoin. Miners validate those transactions, and as a reward, they get Bitcoin. What do they do with their Bitcoin? They sell it on the market, which puts the price down. But let's now look at the validators in Pulse. I think a validator in Pulse will get picked, and I think Richard said that as well, if he has a lot of Pulse at stake. So if he is an owner of a lot of Pulse, then he will be a validator. Is this correct?
It's yet to be announced. He also said that he may choose those 33 validators. So I don't know.
But I think he said it on a stream before, where he said that it is good to have a validator that is in most risk for doing something wrong. So if, for example, if he would do something wrong,
he would
get penalized.
Of course he said like that generally a validator will need to have a lot of pulls, yeah. But if like he never said that you and I can be a validator, for example.
I'm not saying this. My point is, where I'm going is, if you have a lot of polls, like you're like in the 30 top address of polls, and you're one of the validators, and then you get pulse token as a fee, right? So why would you sell those pulses if you get pulses as fees, but you don't need to sell them, right? This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong here?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to sell them because you don't need to pay for your hardware space, for graphic cards, for air conditioning, and all that stuff. But I still think so. Like the you and me pool staker, which can get part of the fees from the validators. Of course, on a certain point, those pools will get sold as well. Yeah. So I don't think that pools will be like something like a stable coin, or won't move much in price at all. I'm pretty sure that we will have a highly volatile coin as well.
Well, but at the end, I think the price is going up though in the next couple of years.
Yeah, it can dump hard at first as well, like HEX did as well. HEX dumped over 90% in the first 30 days.
I see you you already want to talk about price, and this is what is coming next. So we want to talk price now. Ethereum did a lot of action in the last couple of days, and so did HEX. So Patrick, can you show us some charts, and let's talk about the price of Ethereum?
Yeah, let's talk about Ethereum price. Actually, at first I have to show you something here in my MetaMask wallet, because before in the German stream, because Ethereum went up so much today, I thought it might be a good point to sell some of my Ethereum. So I had 1.5 Ethereum here in the wallet, or like 1.47, and I sold 0.5 hex. You see my E3. Let's go over the transaction hash. It's just my onboarding wallet where I decided where you can all have a look, that that I can show you a bit more, you know, not only my main. So why is not loading here? Bad internet or what? Come on. So here we are. So you see it 3 hours ago, so it was right at the start. And for the 0.5 Ethereum, I got 1,661 USDC. So if you double that, I got the price of 3,322 ETH for the USDC. And if we go to the chart right now, it's pretty much there. So it dipped a little bit since then. Let's see if it goes up more or not. So what I did here in the last stream was explaining, in the German stream was explaining that we are highly up from the trend line. If you go to the 4-hour chart, you see like a really parabolic line up here till the end. If you look at the daily chart, you only see like green candles, or in my point white, since the 25th of April, and you only saw those two little 20% drops. And usually, it's really usually, crypto tends to drop even in bull market 30% or more, and we only saw that here in the end of February, where Ethereum dropped 36% within 8 days. And yes, that's why I'm thinking that we might are in front of a dip right now. So I'm not sure. Right now, for example, the Ethereum price is even up more as when I sold it. It makes new all-time highs, right now. But as you can see, if I measure it from its high right now, 20% down would only be the test of the last all-time high, and somewhere in this zone might be possible for the price to come back, And if I go to the downside of this zone, we are like a bit over 30%. So like if I just go with 30% dip, I would be like here at 2,300 something, which would still be on the line of the uptrend. And that's why I decided to sell 30% of my ETH, what I have in my onboarding wallet today, and only for USDC, because I'm thinking we might get a dip, and I would plan to put it back into ETH with a lower price. Any questions, Alan?
No, we don't have any questions, but how much did you pay for the transaction to sell the ETH?
I paid $45. I made a Uniswap transaction, so $45 is like a bit less than 3% of the volume.
So as you said, you maybe, if Ethereum drops like 30%, you are buying Ethereum back, right? Just before the stream as well, I sold a half Ethereum too, but I only paid like $7 in transaction fees because I did it on a centralized exchange. But different to you, I don't want to buy back Ethereum. What I want to do is I want to pay with this money in Vegas to get some more drinks, of course. So
drinks. I thought you want to go play poker or blackjack with this money.
Yeah, I do that of course as well. But let's first have some drinks, then play some poker.
So afterwards, I need to pay for the drinks or what?
Who knows? Maybe I win and we drive off with the golden yacht. But I want to ask the chat, like, who else is going to Vegas? Do we have people in the chat that are going to Vegas?
Yeah, where are the Hexicans
fire
Vegas
up the chat,
people?
Guys.
Yeah, where are the Hexicans?
I'm really excited for Vegas. Like everything is going so great. Ethereum is pumping, Hex is pumping, Pulse is coming. Sacrifice will be great. The Hex price towards the sacrifice phase will be huge, I think. So a lot of things to talk about in Vegas.
Exactly. So this is also a pretty nice chart. It's the Bitcoin versus Ethereum chart. And if I go here in the higher time frame, in the weekly chart, I can also show you what Richard was meaning, for example. So if you invested in Bitcoin instead of in Ethereum in the beginning of 2020, you're up 3.5x over Bitcoin. So if you invested $1,000 right here in Ethereum, so now let's say it differently. So if you invested on this point $1,000 in Bitcoin and $1,000 in Ethereum, your $1,000 in Ethereum is 250% more than your $1,000 in Bitcoin right now.
Awesome.
I hope this makes sense. So just a US dollar perspective, I'm still in the same chart. So this was this week. No, it was this week. Yeah, here, 6th of January. So if you put it in your money here, you are up in Ethereum 24x or 2,300 something percent. And if you did the same with Bitcoin, let's see the 6th of January. Here, also the low. Let's go to the all-time high because Bitcoin is not performing much. You only see like a less than a 9x, so less than 800%. That's a huge difference, So you are $1,000 in Bitcoin would be worth 8,000. No, what's wrong here? Would be worth. Give me my picture. Go down a bit here. Slow internet, I hate it. Yeah, so your $1,000 in Bitcoin would be worth $8,800 right now, and your $1,000 in Ethereum would be worth. Why do you need to do that? Would be worth $24,700, and I guess that's a bit of a difference, huh? If you have like $16,000 more.
Yeah, I'm always talking with a friend that he is saying like Ethereum will go to 10,000, things like this. I should never sell my Ethereum. And I'm telling him all the time, man, I'm selling Ethereum because I need to pay my rent. I need to pay for drinks and stuff. I don't need Ethereum because I have HEX, and this is even better.
Exactly. So good point. Let's go to the HEX chart. I like to watch it here on the Uniswap version 2 USDC chart. What I really like is that the liquidity is increasing. So you have 6.7 million only here on Uniswap version 2. Because you have like those HEX and those USDC, and those USDC are the same amount of USDC if you add up. Yeah, if you calculate how much 160 million HEX are, you're also coming at the 3.367 million mark. So you can just double this amount. And yeah, so across all the decentralized and centralized exchanges, I guess we are a bit under 10 million US dollars of total liquidity, which is pretty good even for bigger ways to get in, of slippage. And what we see here in the price chart, we saw a nice top here on the 7th of April. We saw a dip here, nearly 50%. If you look up the HEX versus Ethereum pair, you see a 60% dip, or like 59 something. And what we saw here, so this trend line here, this is the trend line coming from the big payday from last November. And 2 weeks before, I said 1.5 cents might be a new support zone. Go in with a little bit at this level, but maybe we will see lower prices as well. Last week was like here. I said pretty much the same, only that I was more bullish for drops. So I didn't thought that we will go down much more. We like immediately, like 1 day after the stream, we made a new low, but from there we had a nice rise after the last days. We are over 2 cents again. Right now it seems that we reached this uptrend line from the big payday again, and if we continue this trend, we will be at 3 cents in the end of the month. And as I said, I'm thinking that the HEX price is very likely to go up until the Pulsechain fork. And yeah, any questions in regarding this topic?
Yes, like I told you, my plan is to take some Ethereum, take some USDC and dollar cost average into HEX in the next couple of weeks. We don't know when the sacrifice phase begins, but this is my plan. But what would you tell me? How should I dollar cost average into the next couple of weeks?
Every time it drops under 2 cents, buy.
All right, this is a good one.
It's like, 1 week before I said every time it drops under 1.5, buy.
Nice. This is what I will do.
Yeah, and it looks like that we reached a new support right here, and do I have it here? Yes, I have it here. I just need to go back to the daily, I guess. Yeah, exactly. So it's a pretty shitty chart before January 2021. We had it before as well, but not on version 2 with so much USDC. But not that important. So eigentlich no, not that important. So because here we found our support zone at 0.3, and we had the breakout at half a cent. So before it was before big payday. Here is big payday. Here, yeah. So that's why I was confused. Sorry. So here we have like the half a cent mark, and the 0.3 was like here the bottom, and with the half cent mark, it's hard to see here in this chart. In other charts it was a better line. It break out and it made a 3x in the hype before the big payday. So if we say that the 1.5 cents is the new support line and the 2 cents the breakout line, we could look up to, and as you know, like my lines for this year would suggest that we see anything between 5 and 20 cents this year.
Awesome! I can't wait for this this price action in the future. So, do we have anything else in the chat?
I guess I can measure it as well a bit, because if I now come on, price range here. This is if I go here from the bottom to the top, it was 370%, and if I go here and do the same thing,
so everybody in the chat, if you have still some questions left, ask them now, because we are pretty much on the end of our stream. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please do so yet. Also, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little bell, because we will always stream on Mondays with Patrick.
Exactly.
And
yeah,
and I'm
exactly, and I'm done here as well. Just the last thing I wanted to show you. If we get some kind of the same price action as we got before big payday, and we're looking at a 4x increase from the local bottom, like maybe this was the local bottom, nearly the 4x, same amount, would bring us to 6.5 cents. Will it happen? Will it not happen? I'm not sure. As of right now, I'm hoping that we are going around this trend line. And if we do that, we would even see 3 cents in the end of this month, and we would double the price until mid of June. It's nice, no? In 6 weeks.
Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. It seems like everything is coming together so nicely. The price action, the sacrifice phase, Pulsechain launching. It's an awesome time we are living in. I'm really excited for that.
Yes. So
Vegas
we have one more question from the chat. What is your favorite sandwich, Alan?
My favorite? I don't eat sandwiches. All I eat is sushi and tacos right now.
No quesadillas? No tortas?
Oh, yesterday I had my first quesadillas in Mexico.
This would be the sandwiches.
Oh, really?
Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Somehow yesterday I found a restaurant where they wouldn't serve alcohol after 9 p.m. I don't know. It's like the first time I've seen anything like this in Mexico. Usually they are really easy on those rules. All the other restaurants, they never cared about that at all.
Oh man, Ethereum is already like at 14% on the daily candle.
14%.
3,370. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. So let's see like how far it goes, but I think it will dip soon.
Now you have some time to dollar cost average out, right? So if it goes to 20% higher, you can sell some more and then be happy if the 30% dip occurs.
Exactly. So if tomorrow it's like 3.6 thousand, I will sell another 0.5, and from there on, I hope I see a dip, because otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. I guess I will buy HEX for it and keep those HEX liquid for the sacrifice phase.
Cabana Crypto is in the chat and he's saying it's the Gary V pump. Man, I love Gary V. I think he's a great motivational speaker. I love all his videos and stuff, but I hate that he's promoting NFTs so hard. I cannot understand that. Why is he doing that? Do you know?
Yeah, maybe he's selling them.
Yeah, that's what he does, of course. But seriously, like in maybe 5 years.
I guess I said this like already 2 months before. I am personally against buying NFTs, but if I see the value in NFTs, yeah, and especially if you are the creator of NFTs and you want to sell those, yes, you have a market right now. You have a market which is pretty overhyped right now. If you want to earn money, of course, go ahead, make your own NFT and sell it for a lot of money on the market. Why not? I mean, you always should do your own research, and I don't care about the people who are as dumb as to buy those stupid NFTs for overpriced dollars.
Well, what I don't understand is that he must know that like in 5 years, when nobody wants to get those NFTs he sold like today, like it will be worthless. A lot of people will lose their money, right? And then they will blame Gary V for that. So why
I don't think so that because why is he selling his NFTs, or is he selling on the behalf of others, or I don't know the guy actually. I don't know his content. Yeah, but that's the question, because if he sells his NFTs, of course, you can only say, yeah, guys, everybody wanted to have NFTs back then. Yeah, so I gave them NFTs.
I don't know either, but I would guess he is doing so, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess he also has his disclaimer, and I also got kind of wrecked based on recommendations of other experts in the past. And I can't blame anybody. Okay, I can blame them, but besides that, you are a bad expert. Oops.
Well, me, for example, or Matty as well, we are selling NFTs as well. Like back in the day, we just made some to try it out. And I think for me, it is something that like somebody buys my NFTs, for example, it's just a way to support me and give me some Ethereum. But it's just a little money and it won't go over like this crazy amounts. And if you buy this NFT, you know already it will be worthless in the future. So I don't really know why Gary Vee puts his name on the line for things like this. And even though it's not.
So, Melo, are you hearing Ellen still? Because from on my side, he is. Ellen lagged.
All
okay.
Right. So
start again.
I think everything should be fine now.
Yeah.
Well, if you buy my NFT or Matty's NFT, for example, we already know it will be worthless in the future. It's just a status symbol. Matty has those badges, for example, and I have some NFTs as well. We don't speculate on that. It's just a way for people to support Matty or me, for example. But,
of course, Ellen, but
those NFTs from other people, it's like a whole different game.
People like to speculate, and this is like the new hype thing, like in the end of 2017 it was the ICO hype, like let's make a lot of cryptocurrencies only based on ideas with and let's give people who never had a lot of money in their life, a lot of money to enrich them before they did anything useful for the market. Before they released their ideas like in working products. And right now you have the same with NFTs. There's also like just the majority is like just JPEGs, yeah, and a lot of people will end up saying, yeah, but I have an NFT of that, yeah, but the other guy will just do other hair color or just choose instead of red blue, in this one corner, and this will be enough for any justice court to say no, it's like creative work, it's a new thing which he did. It is like enough coverage, or enough, how do you say, manipulation, that no marketing rights are hurt, or no Urheberrechte, no
Copyright?
yeah, no copyright is hurt.
Well, I have two more questions from the chat. One is saying or asking, will the OA addresses sacrifice HEX for Pulse? What do you think?
I don't know, and I hope so, actually.
What would be a good outcome for that? Why would the OA do that?
That the OA is also a huge holder of Pulse.
And also maybe a validator in the future. Well, a lot of things that could be done. So let me see. Archie S is saying, I have a feeling Pulse price will appreciate quickly, much more than HEX did.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to know like what I think will happen, I think that the HEX price will rise until the fork happens. I think that the HEX price on the ETH blockchain will dump huge and never recover. I think that the HEX price on the Pulse chain will dump but recover and make new all-time highs. And I think that the Pulse token will receive a lot of money in the sacrifice phase, but will dump hard right after release.
Well, awesome. I don't know about
awesome. I say dump, and he says awesome.
But as soon as Pulse goes up, I think I'm okay with that. I don't care if it's low value. HEX has low value on the Ethereum chain. I care about the high value on the Pulse chain. Of course, I like if I can end stake some in the future on the Ethereum chain and still has some value. I think this is awesome. And Richard already mentioned as well. He thinks it will be more than you have now when Pulse launches. Like, how did he say it? Like,
he says that he thinks the free market will decide with his money that the Pulse HEX is more valuable than the Ethereum HEX.
Yeah, but like we talked about that in the beginning of the stream, you double your coins, right? You have your coins on the Ethereum chain, you have your coins on the Pulse chain, and at the end, I think it will be more than it was on just the Ethereum chain. Because I don't think it will be.
What is in the end? What is in the end in right now? What is in the end? In 15 years? Yes, of course.
No. Like in 1 year, when Pulse chain has a good transactions, it has a good value, and everything is like basically settled on the Pulse chain network.
Yes,
but I think it will still have some value on the Ethereum chain as well.
I disagree on that.
I don't know how high it is.
Yeah, with some, if you put like 3 or 4 zeros in front of the first zero, then I guess you're right with some. Yeah. It's my opinion. I really think that the Ethereum HEX will be worthless, that our new onboarding will get over the Pulse chain, and that over time the liquidity for HEX on the Ethereum chain will get removed and move, and the main liquidity pool will be on the Pulse chain.
Machiavelli says, in the end, I'm rich. And I think, yeah, at the end, I think we will all get rich. If you just watch this stream, you just get rich by doing that. So all the information we provide, all the information that Richard Hart and
that's why I
Syndicus
ask
provide.
you, no? That's why I ask you, like, what is in the end for you? Not if you say, like, in 15 years, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, we are going to be rich.
In 15 years, we're going to buy Mars and Jupiter and things like this. But I think in a couple of years, let's say 5 years, we should be able to afford a golden yacht, I think.
How much is Jupiter worth?
We will find out when we go there.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you got some value out of it. Please don't be confused. Be up to date. Still some things to be announced and to be released, like how the mathematics behind the distribution phase will work out. And what we have here from Cabana Crypto, wouldn't it be more glory for Richard to have 2 successful HEX products? I don't think that Richard needs this glory, and I don't think that Richard still wants to give Ethereum miners so much fees. So one of the main reasons of the fork is that he saw that on some days Hexicans paid over $10,000 only on fees on Ethereum miners, only to do stuff with the Hex smart contract, and that's why I think that he don't need to have this glory. He wants to have the glory to have a better working blockchain than Ethereum, and this is Pulsechain, and that's why I don't think he will continue to promote anything on the Hex blockchain. But yeah, everybody his own opinion. Yeah. So now you know my opinion, and I will put my financial decisions around that.
And like you said, the market will decide anyways. Even though if Richard Hart doesn't want any value on the Ethereum blockchain, the market will sort that out.
Exactly, yeah. So Cabana also says the fees will come down. Market the Ethereum as a luxury brand and Pulse as the easy access. I mean, there is a small possibility. Yeah? But let's look who gives us the liquidity on the Ethereum blockchain. People actually. Those people are dumb, because they are putting HEX and US dollar in the pool. If HEX goes up, they have more impermanent loss. So now think about like who is putting this liquidity there. And if you think it's the same as I think, then think about like where this liquidity might move in the future. And and it doesn't make sense, with this S-load function, the gas limit is not going down, and I looked at my first stakes like from December, which are coming out in some of them are coming out in a few months, and I just looked at them like for curiosity, like pressing emergency end stake and just look at the fees and then cancel the transaction. And it showed me 1.2 or 1.3 million gas already. And this is after 1.5 years. So 10x that, you're at 13 million gas. And if Ethereum only increases the S-load function once again a tiny little bit, you will have 555 stakes, which you never can unstake because it's not working. You can't put it in one single block, And of course, I'm also thinking that fees will come down, like we already saw, like with 40 Gwei, with 30 Gwei. But just go in your MetaMask in a transaction mask, and then you put in 30 Gwei and 13 million gas. And then write me the number you see. That's
Yeah.
why I really think that in the long run, or even in the short run, after the fork, Ethereum HEX on the Ethereum network will be not worthless, but a huge
Worth
dip.
less.
A huge dip.
Less than it's
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
right? So,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun in this stream. A lot of people love to talk about Pulsechain and all the possibilities in the future. I hope you got something out of this stream. So I hope you pressed the like button already. Every Monday, Patrick and I are doing the Kryptosparbuch show in the future. So every Monday is reserved for you to watch the Kryptosparbuch stream. We have a lot of new content coming out in the future because tomorrow, I think Patrick is actually coming to Mexico and visiting me here in Puerto Escondido. And what we want to do before Vegas, we want to concentrate on a lot of HEX content in the future. So don't miss that. Click the bell as well, so you get always informed when we drop a video.
Exactly.
Patrick, do you have anything else to say?
No, just thanks for tuning in. I hope you got some value out of our streams. If you want us to cover any specific topic, please leave a comment down in the comment section. And last thing I have to say, I hope I see you next week on Monday again, and wish you a nice week and all the best, and see you next Monday. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.